California, Silicon Valley, 2008. Elon Musk was facing one of the most important decisions of his life. Tesla was on the brink of collapse. The Roadster was too expensive to build, and funding had dried up. Investors were pulling out. The company was bleeding money. SpaceX was in crisis. The Falcon 1 rocket had failed 3 times in a row. One more failure, and the dream of private spaceflight was over. And as if that wasn't enough, Elon was in the middle of a painful divorce. His finances were stretched thin. His mental and physical energy drained. Then came the hardest choice of all. He had enough money to save one company, just one. Whichever he picked, the other would die. But Elon didn't choose. He bet everything on both. And somehow, 13 years later, he became the richest man on Earth. Join me as we uncover the unbelievable true story behind Elon Musk's rise from the edge of bankruptcy to the top of the world. Pretoria, South Africa, 1971. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971, Elon Musk was the son of Errol Musk, an electromechanical engineer, and May Musk, a dietitian and model. Growing up, Elon wasn't alone. He had 2 siblings, but his early life wasn't as simple as it might seem.
And they had the intention to beat him to death. And it was just, my brother's face was unrecognizable.
He faced bullying at school, and his relationship with his father, Errol, was difficult, to say the least. But despite these struggles, Elon found an escape in something that would later define his life: technology. By the age of 12, he taught himself computer programming, and it didn't take long for him to put it to use. At just 12 years old, Elon created a video game called Blastar. The game had players navigate a spaceship through dangerous space, dodging alien freighters, hydrogen bombs, and status beam machines. And get this, he sold the game's code for about $500. Elon always believed that the United States was the best place for anyone who wanted to change the world. But getting there wasn't simple, so he found a smarter way. Because his mother, May, was born in Regina, Canada, Elon applied for Canadian citizenship. After some waiting, in 1989, he finally got his Canadian passport. That same year, Elon, his siblings Kimball and Tosca, and his mother moved to Ontario. Just a few years later, in 1992, Elon's academic journey took a big leap. He earned a scholarship to study economics and physics at the University of Pennsylvania. After graduating with degrees in both economics and physics, Elon began to think bigger. Inspired by one of his heroes, Nikola Tesla, he made a life-altering decision. He would dedicate his life to solving 3 of the world's biggest challenges: the internet, renewable energy, and space. Elon believed that if he could make a difference in just one of these areas, the world would be a better place. In 1995, Elon Musk, along with his brother Kimball and investor Greg Corey, founded their very first company, Global Link Information Network, which would later be renamed Zip2. Zip2 was built to be a digital city guide, combining maps, directions, and a business directory all in one.
During the summer of '95, trying to make useful things happen on the internet, I wrote something that allowed you to get maps and directions on the internet.
Think of it as Google Maps, before Google Maps even existed. Eventually, Zip2 landed major deals with the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune. 4 years later, in February 1999, tech giant Compaq acquired Zip2 for $307 million in cash. Elon Musk, owning 7% of the company, walked away with $22 million. It was the first big win. But for Elon, it wasn't about the money. Zip2 was proof that he could build and sell real tech. It was just the first step of something much bigger. In March of 1999, Elon Musk co-founded XCOM, a bold financial startup, along with Ho, Harris Fricker, and Christopher Payne. Elon personally invested $12 million of his own fortune into the project. Just 5 months in, internal tensions erupted. Harris Fricker gave Musk an ultimatum: make him CEO, or he and the team would walk. Musk stood his ground and told him to go ahead. Fricker, Ho, and several key engineers left the company, but Elon pushed forward. Despite the shakeup, X.com became one of the first internet banks, and it took off. Within just 2 months, over 200,000 users had signed up. Eventually, X.com merged with a rival. By 2002, PayPal was generating over $240 million in annual revenue. That same year, PayPal went public, but it didn't stay independent for long. In October 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion in stock. At the time of the sale, Elon Musk was PayPal's largest shareholder, owning 11.7% of the company. His payout? $180 million after taxes. He would go on to invest that fortune into 3 ambitious bets: $100 million into SpaceX, $6.35 million into Tesla, and $10 million into Solar City. Musk began assembling a small, ambitious team for a space company no one took seriously. He reached out to engineers like Jim Cantrell, John Garvey, and Tom Mueller, who would go on to become critical players in the early days of SpaceX. By mid-2002, SpaceX was officially born, headquartered in a modest warehouse in El Segundo, California, with a dream far bigger than its budget. His goal? To reduce the cost of space travel by a factor of 10, by building reusable rockets and completely rethinking how spaceflight was done. But in those early years, nothing came easy. Rockets exploded, designs failed, SpaceX was burning through cash, and success was nowhere in sight. Meanwhile, in 2003, another revolution was quietly forming. Tesla Motors was founded by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning with a bold mission: to build the first electric car that could outperform gasoline sports cars. In 2004, Elon Musk led Tesla's Series A investment round, putting in $6.35 million and becoming chairman of the board. At that point, Tesla hadn't sold a single car. In fact, they didn't even have one that fully worked yet. The Tesla Roadster, their first model, was still in development, overheating, under-delivering, and far from production ready. Each prototype was expensive, fragile, and full of flaws. But Musk believed in it and kept writing checks. Then in 2006, while juggling 2 high-risk startups, Musk launched a third one, Solar City, founded with his cousins Lyndon and Peter Reeve. Backed by $10 million of his own money, by 2007, SpaceX had attempted 2 rocket launches. Both failed. Their Falcon 1 had yet to reach orbit. The budget was thinning, the patience of investors thinner. Tesla wasn't in a better place. Production delays piled up, costs kept rising, and the Roadster still hadn't reached a single customer. 2008, the global economy is collapsing. Banks are failing, investors are fleeing, confidence is gone. And Elon Musk, he's running 3 companies. None of them are profitable. After 3 failed launches, SpaceX was on life support. The Falcon 1 rocket had never reached orbit. Money was almost gone. One more failure, and the company would die. September 2008, launch attempt number 4. The rocket reaches orbit. For the first time, SpaceX succeeds. It was do or die, and they did it.
Of SpaceX, and Elon, congratulations.
Thanks, Sam.
It's a fine day. A lot of people call this a nominal launch. We call it phenomenal.
Absolutely, it's great.
Tell us what you're feeling.
Definitely one of the best days of my life, and I think also for a lot of people here at SpaceX, it's the culmination of a dream. And
Meanwhile, Tesla was falling apart. The Roadster was years late. It was too expensive to build. The company was burning through millions, fast. With the 2008 crisis, investors backed out. Tesla was weeks, maybe days from bankruptcy. Elon Musk had to make a decision: lay off half the company or lose it all. He laid off dozens. Then, in a last-ditch move, he put his last $20 million into the company.
that either I took all of the capital that I had left from the sale of PayPal to eBay and invest that in Tesla, or Tesla would die.
All in, everything on the line. While SpaceX and Tesla were in chaos, Solar City was quietly growing. But as credit dried up, financing for customers vanished. Growth slowed. Installation stalled. Even Solar City wasn't safe from the crash. December 2008. With hours left before bankruptcy, a deal came through. NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract.
The 4th attempt to launch the Falcon 1 was a huge success. And 3 months later, NASA rewarded SpaceX with a $1.6 billion contract to resupply the International Space Station.
Meanwhile, Tesla got emergency funding. In the last minute, the lights stayed on. Elon Musk survived 2008 by inches. And from that collapse, the empire began to rise. With the $1.6 billion NASA contract secured, SpaceX went from a struggling startup to a serious player. They focused on developing the Falcon 9, a larger, more powerful rocket. By 2010, SpaceX became the first private company to send a spacecraft, Dragon, into orbit and back. Tesla also stayed afloat thanks to emergency funding and a $465 million loan from the U.S. Department of Energy. In 2010, Tesla went public. The Roadster was finally selling, and work had begun on the Model S, the first premium electric sedan designed from the ground up. Solar City expanded rapidly as demand for clean energy rose. They became one of the largest solar energy providers in the U.S. Today, Elon Musk has become the richest man on Earth, thanks in large part to the meteoric rise of Tesla's stock. He has since launched new companies like The Boring Company to revolutionize underground transport, Neuralink to connect the human brain with machines, Starlink, bringing internet to every corner of the planet, and more recently, he bought Twitter, now rebranded as X. The 2008 financial crisis feels like ancient history, but now a new question rises. Is Elon Musk entering another crisis?